the cast members of the original, and then I think the guy that played like the villain in the second one like died before the movie came out or something.
Oh, that's creepy.
The creepy like preacher guy. Yeah.
I have an interesting fact for this film. Did you guys know that they used? You remember the scene when things start to get crazy at the end, and the swimming pool that they had been digging up, the mom falls into it.
I know this one.
And you see these skeletons start rising up, or the graves, or whatever, right? Supposedly, those are actual corpses.
Those are real.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it was cheaper to use those than to make props.
No way.
Yeah, so no wonder they're fucking... If there is a curse, no wonder why.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
What?
It's,
Why? That's...
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they were real skeletons.
I can't imagine even doing that scene.
And I don't think she knew until after it was done. I think she found out later on.
I'm sure they kept that from her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have done that if she knew.
Yeah. Yeah, this film's great. I feel like it's very, like I said before, it's very epic, like a larger scale film.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of the effects were...
The effects are great.
Ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Even still stand pretty good today.
Even the very end, where like the house just kind of implodes on itself, is fantastic.
Yes.
But and then that's another one that The Simpsons have parodied in Treehouse of Horror.
What do you guys think about the end? That little joke when they have to go to the hotel, and the dad, he throws the TV outside from the hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Because it all starts from the static.
The static.
Yeah, I feel like that's very much embedded in our pop culture. The like they're here.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of people think of for the horror genre. So number one.
Number one.
I'm wondering if anyone else picked this for their number one, because I don't know what else I'd pick for number one, but mine is The Exorcist.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Timmy, won't you do this to me? Please, Timmy.
So the synopsis for this bad boy is, so after her daughter is suddenly possessed, a terrified mother is forced to call in 2 priests to help before it's too late. It's rated R. It runs 2 hours and 13 minutes. It's starring Ellen Burstyn, Max von Sydow, Lee J. Cobb, Jason Miller, and of course Linda Blair. It was released in 1973, directed by William Friedkin. The writer was William Peter Blattley. It has an 86 on Rotten Tomatoes. And jumping in the Swan facts, the budget for this was $12 million, and it grossed, just at the time that it came out, $232 million.
Wow.
And that's not even inflation for now.
It was, I think, until it just came out, I think it was Warner Brothers' most successful horror, or the not necessarily Warner Brothers, but like the biggest horror film of all time.
An R-rated film, I think.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
I don't know what inflation was, like what it would have made, but I just read that like it is the bigger, like just became like the bigger horror film. So it's, what is that? 40 years?
That's crazy.
45 years?
Yeah, it's a long time. Warner Brothers had to hire bodyguards for Linda Blair for 6 months after the release of the film due to death threats.
Wow.
Jack Nicholson was considered to play the part of Father Caress, but director William Friedkin said that he seemed too unholy to ever play the part of a priest. The subliminal shots seen throughout what was it, of the white-faced demon. I guess those are unused makeup tests from Regan's possession.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Linda hated vegetables so much at the time of filming that the overuse of pea soup actually made her vomit quite a few times.
Wow.
This movie was originally supposed to be remade in 2015, but then they canceled the ideas.
Why?
I guess that's why they canceled. Because
why remake it?
You can't ever touch
It's
it.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my number one, guys. Any thoughts? Is this somebody's number one?
This is my number one.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Great minds think alike.
It's a good movie. It's creepy.
It's
yeah.
it's very much psychological. Because a lot of like the really like creepy shit doesn't show up until like the last like third of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of a slow build up until that. But I just saw it on the big screen. I've seen it when they re-released it around the turn of the century, and then I just watched it again last year because we had a special screening of it, and I not seeing it in the theater and seeing it on film the first time it was re-released, or at least the first time they re-released it in my lifetime. You don't realize like how great like the sound design in the film is until you see it like in a theater with like a good sound system and everything. So it's like really creepy, like when she thinks it's rats in the attic and you just hear the like that's really cool. And just like when she's possessed and has the voice and everything, it's got that deep bass like when you're in the theater. It's like so chilling.
Yeah, I have never seen this on the big screen yet. I hope to, hopefully, more, soon. But this is one of the only real horror films that I could say that really still, like to this day, since I've watched it, that bothers me to the same point each time. I never can get used to this film, and that's why it's my number one. It's just too crazy, and it's not. I feel like it's because it's like almost too psychological that it really, I don't know, and there's so many, like, I feel like there's a couple different subplots that are really weird, and of course Linda Blair's like performance was insane because of her age at the time. That's nuts. At one point she's like, what's the famous piece of dialogue? She's like, "Let Jesus fuck you, let him fuck you," and she's like masturbating with a crucifix and stuff. It's just fucking insane.
And to come out like in the early 70s.
Oh yeah,
that's a crazy movie. Like you can watch it now and be like, that's not as crazy as some other stuff I've seen.
The first of its kind, though.
But like you have to think about when the movie was released. You didn't see anything like that before, and that was crazy.
Much like Halloween broke down the door for all the stuff that we love now, to the Freddys and the Jasons. There was no real like slasher. You know what I mean? I feel like Halloween was the start of that.
Yeah. How long did you say that movie was? Like the runtime?
Exorcist?
Yeah.
That's 2 hours.
13?
Yeah.
That's weird. Because when I watched it like a couple months ago, I actually felt like it was short.
Was it on TV?
Yeah, I think it was on TV. Was it edited? It was probably edited, right?
It might have been edited for running time.
Okay.
Or something.
That makes sense. Yeah, I remember watching it and I was like, this seems pretty short. Like, it was over and I'm like, that's pretty fast. But yeah.
Or if they chop stuff out of it.
Yeah, there's probably some
lot of stuff, yeah.
That's crazy, but like how much can you actually edit and not lose
the movie,
like, the thread of the movie?
Yeah.
Man. We'll talk about it some more, because it's definitely my number one. But let's let James go.
Alright.
Okay. My number one is Sleepy Hollow.
The horseman was a Hessian mercenary, sent to these shores by German princes to keep Americans under the yoke of England. But unlike his compatriots, who came for money, the horseman came for love of carnage.
Oh, that was one of you guys' recommendations.
Yeah, that was my recommendation. Last week. I don't know what it is about the movie. I just really like it, and it's directed by Tim Burton, and I really like his stuff. His stuff is always really weird. Like, what's that one he did with Johnny Depp also, when he's a vampire?
Dark Shadows?
Is that what it was? He wakes up and, like...
Oh, the one that was more recent,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it was
That's
Dark Shadows, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like... And he did, like, one of the... Or two of the Batman movies?
Yeah, Batman and Batman Returns.
Yeah. And, I mean, you can tell the different... You know, you can tell his style. It's just... It's a Tim Burton film.
Mm-hmm.
But, for those of you who don't know, it's... the little story behind it is Ichabod Crane is sent to Sleepy Hollow to investigate the decapitations of 3 people, with the culprit being a legendary apparition, the Headless Horseman. And I don't know. I just remember seeing this when I was younger, and it's always been one of my probably favorites just to watch whenever. And it's on Netflix right now. And I think that might have been one of the first times I ever saw Johnny Depp in anything. And I mean, he's a weirdo just by himself. But I don't know. I think it's just a really good movie. That's why it's my number one.
They've definitely had a bromance going on for a few years, right?
What?
Oh, him and yeah,
Burton?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was his muse. He did a ton of flicks with them. I think there was a significant drop off at some point, though, because the last few that he did, I didn't like at all.
Who did like the Alice in Wonderland movies?
Tim Burton did the first one.
Okay.
I don't know who did the.
Yeah, because Johnny Depp's in that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the Looking Glass is the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know who directed that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's not so much of a sought after actor anymore. I feel like he's kind of lost his star power.
Johnny?
Yeah, for me at least. I mean, his movies at least people aren't talking about them after they come out.
I would agree, but then he does something like Black Mass.
And then he was great in Black Mass.
He's fucking phenomenal. He can do it.
Yeah.
I just feel like he has this he's gravitating towards these weird
the weird
Jack
makeup
Sparrow,
and
yeah.
Well, I think because he likes to be those characters. He likes to not be himself and just be a weird, just an eccentric character.
I just feel like he thrives in a more serious environment.
Oh yeah,
Or at least that's what the Johnny Depp that I like to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Blow and all the. He's done.
Oh, such a good movie.
He's done so much good stuff, and lately, besides that one, I feel like he's just not trying.
Yeah. I haven't seen Black Mass. I know I wanted to see it, but she said it's good.
It's really good.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
it's supposed to be a true story, right?
Yeah, he plays Whitey Bulger.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely check that. I can let you borrow that when you leave.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. I'll watch it tonight, probably.
But I think that with him, it's he gets into the weird costumes and eccentric characters, and maybe there's a significant amount of money involved, and that's why he's doing it. But I'm in your boat with he still got it when he wants to do a good movie. Like De Niro.
Yeah.
De Niro still has it when he wants to be in a good movie. Unfortunately, he just makes a ton of crappy movies because he's probably getting a decent paycheck out of it.
Was The Family good? Out of curiosity, did you see that?
Which one is that?
With De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer? No, I didn't.
Oh, you never saw it?
I saw it.
I never saw it.
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty cool, a family action thing. Yeah. Did you see that his Johnny Depp movie with what's it he becomes integrated with technology?
Oh, Transcendence?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Dude, it's terrible.
I heard it was bad. I didn't want to, I haven't seen it.
It's got such a good cast, and it is so bad.
Yeah, I remember when it was coming. Isn't Morgan Freeman in that?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman, Cillian Murphy's